WGAL News 8 Today starts now.
Good morning, everyone. 4:30 on this Wednesday. Thanks for being here. I'm Matt Barquero.
And I'm Regina Ahn, and we have Chief Meteorologist Christine Ferrer here. And Christine, yesterday wasn't too bad.
No, it was nice.
The no breeze was nice. And today, how is it looking?
Today we have some showers to contend with this morning. So I wanted to show you our Storm Team Live Radar Network right now. Most of the showers are up to our north and to the west. We did have a few showers moving through overnight and just a few sprinkles now east of the Susquehanna River. Temperature check, we're well into the 40s, and that is a huge change from yesterday. Yesterday, we were certainly shivering. It was cold. We were in the 20s in most spots. And look at this. Temperatures are running 15 to about 20 degrees warmer this morning. So on this Earth Day today, we wake up with some showers, and the showers will be ending by late morning. I do think there could be a stray shower this afternoon, otherwise clearing skies, and temperatures get into the upper 60s. So our slow warming trend continues. Tomorrow we'll touch the 70s, so we'll talk about that coming up.
We're following breaking news this morning at 4:31. PennDOT saying about a half an hour ago there was a tractor trailer crash that closed part of I-81 in Franklin County. Now part of that is closed at this hour. This is near mile marker 28. PennDOT saying that no injuries have been reported, but you're looking at PennDOT camera right now. This is live on scene there on I-81 there. You can see a heavy police presence and a slowdown there. One tractor trailer was carrying mail and another was carrying raw chicken, large debris field. So this is the area there, a large debris field on 81, and that's expected to be closed for several hours. We'll keep you updated on this breaking news. Neighbors in Cumberland County are speaking out about the impacts of data center construction on their homes. Middlesex Township residents say the blasting happens daily, sometimes twice a day, and it's shaking their homes. Hilda Vasquez, who lives in a mobile home park on Country Manor West, about a mile away, says the blasts are causing cracks where her ceilings meet the walls.
Always I'm checking the corners for the wall. It's a little crack. I hear the cop and my bed shaking a lot.
Middlesex Township's website says it is aware of concerns. It's links to a Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection fact sheet saying blasts below the legal limit can shake homes but should not damage them. The PA Data Center Partners, developers of PAX 1, says they're not aware of these specific issues like Vasquez Rosa's wall cracks, but did say residents should contact the Middlesex Township manager for help.
New this morning, the Superior Administration is asking judges in Pennsylvania to approve a plan that would allow 2 coal power plants to stay open. The plan would upgrade the plants so they can meet federal wastewater discharge regulations. Otherwise, they would have to close in 2028. Keystone Conemaugh Projects, or KeyCon, operates the Keystone and Conemaugh plants in Indiana and Armstrong counties. The plants are expected to keep electricity rates low and keep Pennsylvania water clean. In order for the plan to be approved, owners of those plants have to agree to complete applications for the necessary permits and start working on the upgrades within 90 days of getting approved. Once construction starts, the work has to be finished within 180 days. The plants can continue operating while work is being done, but it'll face daily fines until the upgrades are finished and additional fines if the deadlines are missed. Both plants were scheduled to stop operating at the end of 2028. But if judges approve the plan, it would keep them open until 2032.
President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social supporting the plan, calling it a big win for Pennsylvania. Governor Josh Shapiro is in support of the plants remaining open, saying in part the plants will protect energy jobs and help support the grid while reducing the impact on the environment. And U.S. Senator for Pennsylvania Dave McCormick said keeping the plants in operation will help create reliable power for schools, hospitals, and emergency services.
A bill extending construction deadlines on hydropower projects now heading to President Trump's desk. The bill would require the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission to extend deadlines on projects that got their licenses approved before March of 2020 because they were delayed by the pandemic. 9 of those projects are in Pennsylvania. Both Pennsylvania U.S. Senators John Fetterman and Dave McCormick co-sponsored that bill.
Happening today in Dauphin County, state leaders and students will be participating in Goodwill Keystone's first ever Earth Day celebration. Students in the area will arrive at the Goodwill Outlet Center and Warehouse in Lower Swatara Township, and That'll happen this morning at 9:30 and will rotate through 4 different stations. Later in the morning, State Department of Environmental Protection Secretary Jessica Shirley will speak. Today's event wraps up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
The School District of Lancaster's Board of Directors unanimously voted to appoint an interim business administrator. Charles Linderman will take on that position after the district announced that significant changes to its financial division and staffing would be happening. The district dealing with a multi-million-dollar budget deficit. The district says Linderman, who has more than 30 years experience as Director of Business Affairs for Great Valley School District, will review the business office operations and recommend additional organizational and staffing changes. During last night's meeting, he did not sugarcoat the challenges ahead.
Your budget problem cannot be solved in 1 year. Probably can't be solved in 2 years. You're probably 3 to 5 years to get your revenues equaling your expenditures on an annual basis.
Well, the superintendent says Linderman is on a temporary contract, and one of his main goals will be to help lead the national search for a new chief financial officer.
Harrisburg police officers are looking for a raise as a way to keep more cops on the job. A lawyer involved in negotiations says the Bureau's salaries lag behind other agencies on the West Shore and around the Susquehanna Valley. City council members are considering the officers' proposed 7% raises each year for the next 3 years. Under this proposal, base salaries for year 1 officers would rise to more than $64,000 this year and nearly $74,000 in 2028.
Hopefully this means our 103 roster doesn't go to 98. Hopefully it means our 103 roster goes to 110. Can't guarantee it, but that's our aim goal. More officers, we feel on the street, officers reduce overtime, they're not as tired working.
And the chair of Harrisburg City Council's Public Safety Committee says the city needs to look into more ways to retain and attract officers than just pay. She says the city can only compete so much.
Right now, York police investigating a shooting that left a young person hurt. York police tell us this happened inside a row home on East Clark Avenue around noon yesterday. Police say the young person was shot in the leg but is expected to be okay. Police say they're trying to determine if this was an accident or intentional. No arrests have been made.
Today in Lancaster, 2 state representatives are holding a free record clearing event. Nikki Rivera and Izzy Smith-Waddell are holding the event where people with minor criminal convictions can get help from experts navigating the state's expungement and record sealing laws. It's tonight from 5 to 7 at the Lancaster Public Library. That's on North Queen Street.
The man charged in the crash that killed 2 Berks County firefighters had his first court appearance. Walnut Town Fire Chief Jeff Buck and Assistant Chief Rob Schick were hit by a car and then killed while they were on an off-road vehicle on Route 222 helping look for a missing woman. Alexander Sepulveda Rivera is accused of driving recklessly and hitting the pair. His preliminary hearing was rescheduled, though, for next month, as the Berks County DA's office has told us that they're still waiting for Rivera's toxicology results to come back.
First responders in Lancaster County learned about autism awareness. The event at the Durlac Mount Airy Fire Company in Stevens taught first responders how to recognize autism, effective communication strategies, and how to handle people with autism in emergency situations.
It's our job and our duty to be prepared no matter the situation, and being prepared will help vitally predict and help the outcome for not only that individual as well as the responder, to make it safe and give that person a fighting chance, no matter what diagnosis they have and no matter what situation or emergency you're responding to.
And Kirsch has done similar trainings in our area. Last night's event was sponsored by Middle Creek Search and Rescue.